The experience on the Jelly Bean Cruise 2017 has been just like amazing. I didn't think I necessarily had to go on something like this, but meeting people that go through the exact same things, that have the exact same things, but are so different, has just been, I don't know, just, awesome. When I leave the cruise, it's what I take home with me. It's just a sense of, major comfort, and I feel like I have more of a family now, more of a support, people, more awareness that I'm not alone. People are going through the exact same things as me, and I'll be able to be in contact with them now too. And so I think it's just the support and comfort of knowing that I'm not the only one out there doing what I'm doing, really. Yeah, so the funding for CGM's under 21, as soon as that came out, I turned 21, pretty much around the same time. So it was a massive blow in the face. I was so happy, obviously, that finally, we took the first steps in getting them subsidised. But I've only been diagnosed for 3 years, and it was something I really needed, and it doesn't change. You're under 21, you go through the age of 21, nothing changes. So it seemed really strange that, the same people going through the same things at a different age couldn't get the support and life-saving device that, those people are. But I'm very happy for them. So the CGM trial for me, it's been, it's quite scary, I guess. Not scary, but the whole, putting the things in your arm, it's interesting but nerve-wracking. And for me, you get such an insight into the technology, it's getting a real insight into the condition, really. And for me, it's just, pricking my fingers, obviously, way less. You can really get detail on what foods are doing what, when you're sick, being on a boat. It's just total peace of mind, and yeah, it's been great. Even though you have something else attached to you, there's no way I would have it any other way, you know what I mean? Yeah, the trial for the CGM on the Danii cruise is just amazing. It's been such a wonderful help. It's like having a little buddy next to you, checking your levels constantly. It's not just me, my mum, everybody. You don't have to worry as much, there's much more peace of mind. The first night I actually was on the CGM on the cruise, I went into a low that night, and it suspended me before the low. I woke up completely fine, checked it, and yeah, I had gone into a low, but I hadn't really gone, into that dangerous stage. And yeah, it's just amazing. It's just peace of mind, totally. I can't thank it enough. And then, you see what everything does, seeing what food does to you and so on. It's just a total insight into what goes on behind scenes. It's just mentally so straining, and it's really hard to cope mentally. And you can, with the CGM, you can predict, you can, see what's going to happen, you can see what's going on in the past. There's no, when you finger prick, you get one reading, you have no idea what's happened, and you have no idea what's going to happen. And so there was one stage where I was pricking 20 times a day because I had no idea where it was heading, what was going on. If you lead a busy life, how are you meant to predict what's going on when you only get one reading? The CGM just is, it's just having a normal life. It's just brilliant, yeah. If I had a CGM constantly, I feel like I'd actually be living my life and being able to achieve what I have always wanted. As soon, when I was diagnosed, I was 18, and you have all these aspirations and dreams about what's going to happen. And that, for me, I'm a real free spirit, and I wanted to go travelling, just put a backpack on the back of my back. And then as a diabetic, everything shut down. I couldn't see a future for me. I found it really hard to see what job I could have, how I could do anything. And it was like I couldn't see the future at all. And even having a CGM for a week, you start dreaming a little bit more, and you go, oh, I will be able to do this, because it's a path. You can see the path more clearly now, because you can see your levels more clearly. Yeah, it's just, I'll be able to do what you should be doing. You should be able to live life, and that's what it gives you back your life, yeah. So when I was younger, I had a grandma and pa up the coast, and I used to go and visit them all the time, and I really have had nothing to do with kind of Western medicine or any medical conditions in my family really. And I remember the one thing so clearly that I remember about my grandma. I was sitting at the table, and she had a big box of pills and stuff that you'd have to rack up in the morning. And I remember seeing her prick her finger, get a drop of blood and put it into the test strip. And I just remember this clear moment just thinking, that is horrible, and I hope I never get that. And it was probably like the one thing that I just remember out of any of that kind of stuff. And yeah, and here I am doing the exact same thing. So when I look back on that, I find it very, very strange, because I wouldn't normally remember that one thought, but that was the one thought in my head that when I saw that, I hope I never get that. But here I am in a better generation where technology is coming out, so more control, hopefully, yeah. A major thank you to Danii. Daniela, and I mean, obviously it's tragic, but she's given us such a great, and Donna, such a great opportunity to take that tragedy and make it, more awareness and everything for everybody else that's going through the same thing. I thank everybody, all the type 1 diabetics really, for being supportive, for being encouraging, for sharing their stories. I've just made some really wonderful friends and more family, as I'd like to really call it. And they cater for everybody. Donna is just so lovely, and really I admire her so much for giving us all what we probably couldn't have really gotten. The technology, the trials, the support. It's so hard to get that when you're by yourself. I live in a small town. It's so hard to reach out and make those things happen, whereas everyone has made this happen, and I'm so grateful. It's been amazing, yeah.